Mr. Dirk Rabien, the project manager of GIZ. Mr. Rabien serves as project manager for the CIZ BMZ-funded project, Access to High-Quality and Affordable Medicines in Africa and Asia. His responsibilities include conception and implementation of a pilot project in cooperation with DHL. Mr. Rabien, welcome.
Hamjambo mabibi na mabwana. Habari za asubuhi. Sawa, nafurahi sana. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm happy here to present a pilot project. As he already introduced me, I work as project manager in a project called Better Access to Medicines. And one of the questions in the field of access to medicines is, of course, the logistic of the supply chain of supplying medicines. So, yesterday, George Muller and Ansgar Kadura already presented briefly the pilot project, so I don't want to duplicate it too much. I quickly want to talk about our first pilot phase, and I give an overview about a second planned phase, and we want to show a short video. So finally, we could convince DHL to partner with DTBI, to partner with Wingcopter and GIZ to carry out a pilot project. And we were very pleased that the regional commissioner of Mwanza, John Mongella, invited us to carry out a pilot project in this region. It derived from a design thinking workshop carried out in Germany. We had 60 participants from various fields, from logistic companies, pharmaceutical companies, small companies, 30 participants from Africa, 30 Europeans. And like that, in 10 small groups, we were working on the question, how can we improve the last mile logistics? And in one group, the idea was developed, we could use drones, which was a challenge for the most of us. It's still a challenge for organizations and ministries and politics, as we heard previously. And the idea is, behind the project is, it's 1.6 million people die every year in Africa, and because of not functioning medical treatment. And the cause is very often a lack of access to medicines. And as you know, and we discussed, very bad roads, insufficient medical supply chain. And the key could be using drones in very rural areas, in difficult areas. So the first phase we carried out this year for 6 months. Partners from Germany were GIZ, Wingcopter, DHL, and the major partners, implementing partners on Tanzanian side were the regional commissioner, as mentioned, DTPI, Medical Store Department, TCAA, Ministry of Health. And of course, we got good support from the Ministry of Defense as well, and part of the implementing team was a captain from military defense as well. And like that, we could establish a flight corridor to fly to Ukerewe Island and back. So, in the first phase, and we will see it in the video, we covered a distance of 60 kilometers forth and back, flying medicines to Ukerewe Islands, flying lab samples back. And maybe briefly, the second pilot phase, we will concentrate on the health impact again. So we will establish very regular flights between Bugando Hospital and the medical center of Nansio. A major component will be knowledge and technology transfer. And like that, we aim to train 12 pilots, which should be receive an international certification that they could work all over Africa and all over the world, maybe. And last not least, in close cooperation with DTBI and hopefully Posta, we will work on a business case analysis. So, we can skip this. So, the objective will be to delivery for 6 months again. And afterwards, we want to extend to fly to neighboring islands as well, which is still a challenge because we always need a pilot to have a pilot on both ends. A so-called safety pilot, and of course we also have one staff member is always based in the tower of Mwanza, flight security, as we treat these flights like regular plane flights. Okay. So the future vision is to discover new fields in this second phase, which we want to carry out for a period of 1 year up to 18 months, to identify new business cases, extending new application fields, and of course to support local startups in Tanzania, especially in this region. And like that, we want to increase the social, economical impact of drone delivery in Tanzania. Thank you so much. And we have a video which we could show now. And hopefully it's possible to reduce the light a little bit so that we can see it a little bit more clear. Thank you.
Our people need medicine. If they cannot get them, it means they're gone.
Especially in the areas that have got geographical challenges, like Ukerewe Island, which is at the midst of Lake Victoria.
We have about more than 400,000 people in Ukerewe district. And we face a number of diseases such as malaria, typhoid, schistosomiasis, and the like.
Sasa kwa kuwa tuko kisiwani, kweli inaweza ikatokea bahati mbaya tukakoswa dawa kwa sababu tu hatuna uwezo wa kuvuka siku hiyo na kupata dawa.
We are responsible of distributing medicine in the Lake Victoria region. The last mile supply is so difficult because of the infrastructure. Our roads are still very poor, especially in the rural area. We can go by lake, but the vessel in the lake, they are not reliable.
And you don't get the diagnosis results on time. You don't get the necessary medicines on time. There is a threat of death. We thought of how we can improve delivery of health supplies, especially to those hard-to-reach island areas.
So that's where the parcel copter come into play.
The Wingcopter can overcome a number of challenges, especially in the areas that are not easily reachable.
Wingcopter always fly autonomously, and we see where drone it is just in case we can make any decision at the right time. The tilt-water technology gives the drone to go vertically and then change the mode to transition mode.
They can land at a very small area where you don't have runways. The technology itself is innovative in the sense that it really addresses the challenges that we have in Tanzania.
There is a case of snake bite, tetanus patient. We need a quick delivery of drugs.
Not only Wingcopter will deliver commodities quickly, but also can help in the cold chain.
We'll make sure the temperature is not compromised. The products will get to the patient with the quality required.
So we design a mission, then we upload the mission to the drone. We send autonomously to the place where we want to go. Like here we send from Mwanza to Ukerewe Islands.
Samples are collected in district hospital, and then on a weekly basis they are taken to Uganda Medical Center. But with the Wingcopter project, they can be taken after every 2 or even 3 hours.
They need to get the results as early as quickly so as the patient can start the treatment.
I should take this opportunity to thank DHL, the GIZ under the German Ministry for Economic Cooperation and Development, and the Wingcopter team. We had tough times when we started, but now we see light at the end of the tunnel.
Kwa maisha mbele na ya baadaye, nilikuwa naomba hiki kitu kisije kikatoka, kiendelee kuwepo sababu kinatusaidia sisi na wengine wanaokuja pia. Kwa hiyo tunakuwa na usaidizi mkubwa.
If this can be scaled throughout the country, that will be so lovely.
This is a project that is going to save a lot of life.
It will change the whole equation completely.
This is going to be a big achievement, an icebreaker into the drone technology in Tanzania and probably in Africa.